to the Nietzsche family from England Rugby. He was a fantastic player. I can remember him vividly, will o' the wisp type player who played superbly for France. So, we feel for the family. On a brighter note, just like to send congratulations to Nigel Owens on his 100th Test match. It's a great achievement by a referee, and he's done it with a lot of colour, a lot of humour, and certainly added to the game. So congratulations, Nigel. We look forward to having you again, mate.
Thanks. And on that, we'll pass over to Julian first, please. Thank you.
Morning, Eddie. Julian Guy from AFP. I just wondered, what was your thinking, other than the fact that George is fit now, having come off the bench last week, in having him on from the start against Wales this weekend?
We just feel this is the best 23 for this particular game. There's a tactical application to the way we want to play against Wales, and George fits that bill.
When you say the tactical application against Wales, what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, I don't think I'm going to share that with you now, mate. But we want to play a certain way against Wales. Having George at 10, Owen at 12 and Slady at 13 suits the sort of game we want to play.
Thank you.
Jack Hart, we'll come to you, please.
Hi, Eddie. I just wanted to get your quick thoughts. No, it's a little off topic, but on the death of Diego Maradona last night, obviously it's an event the whole world's been mourning today.
Yeah, well, he's one of those guys that captured the sports world. He was an incredible player. I can remember watching him play in that '86 World Cup and the influence he had on the game. And yeah, it's one of those great sports stories. Obviously, a lot of tragedy in it as well. But a guy to come from the slums of Argentina to be the best player in the world and provide such entertainment for a long period of time. And then unfortunately, towards the end, it was a difficult life for him. But I think everyone got great memories from him.
And just what kind of challenge are you expecting from Wales this weekend?
Well, they're in a situation they probably relish. They've been written off. They're playing at the heart and soul of Welsh rugby at the Llanelli ground. So there's a lot of symbolism for them. And nothing can make their season sweeter than having a win over England. So we're expecting a really tough, brutal sort of game. 12 months ago, they were Grand Slam champions and 3 points from making a World Cup final. So they've got the same players. They're a talented team. And we're going to have to be at our best to meet the challenge that they're going to put out.
Thanks. Duncan, can we come to you, please?
Hi, Eddie. The 6-2 split on the bench, why have you opted for that on this occasion?
Again, just suits our tactical approach to the game.
Okay, given the game is behind closed doors and there's no fans for the Welsh team to feed off, would you expect them to be as driven as ever in this fixture?
Well, I think fans add to the drive of the team. I don't think they make the drive of the team. I think they add to it, and they're an important part of the game. But the Welsh team have enormous pride. We know they have an enormous rivalry with the England team, and nothing makes their season better than upsetting the English. So we expect a very, very driven team.
Sure. And you faced one or two tricks in the past when you've gone to Cardiff. Are you expecting something similar this time?
Well, it's always a tough game, mate. We know that, and we're prepared for that. We've had a great week's training. We just got to tidy up our attitude now for the game to make sure we're 100% ready to go right at the start of the game and play with an intensity that the Wales have never faced before.
Thank you.
Will McPherson, we'll come to you, please.
Hi, Eddie. Just returning to the 6-2 bench. When you did it in the spring, I think you generally had an extra lock. This time, it's an extra back row forward with Jack Willis. Does that suggest where you think sort of the key battleground for this game is?
Well, it's going to be one of the key contests. There's you got the major contests in the game. You've got the set piece, the breakdown, and the aerial contest at the moment, and all three of those are going to be important. Which one's going to be the most important, we don't know. If we had a crystal ball, I might be able to tell you, but unfortunately I don't have one of those. But but we think that's going to be a significant area in the game.
And just on Jack, he went back to Wasps and one man of the match, scored a try. How impressed were you with that after being left out last week?
Well, I didn't see the game, mate. I've got enough to worry about at the moment. I don't have time to watch club games at the moment. But all I know is he's come back in the camp and he's competed hard.
Mitch, we'll come to you, please.
Hi, Eddie. You often talk about how teams need to evolve and keep changing to kind of stay one step ahead of the teams that are looking at them. What are you looking to find in this game and maybe the next week's game to show your involvement in the start of this tournament?
Well, I'm not sure, Mitch. I can't give you an answer on that because the game presents the examination. And whilst we'd like to have a plan for each game, the game actually presents the examination. You've got to be able to cope with the examination on the day. So the game of rugby is always about winning the contest. It's about either winning the set piece contest, the breakdown contest, or more lately, the aerial contest. So we'd like to be able to adapt to the game, win the contest that's going to be the most important, and then be able to, whatever possession we get, use that possession really well.